So in this first scene, we're going to start with adult and child CPR. So it's important to note when beginning adult and child CPR, what you want to do is perform a scene size up. In the scene size up, you'll just be evaluating the scenario, looking for any potential hazards to what could have caused the victim to lose consciousness. You want to check for bystanders as well. So those are important to note for a scene size up, which is basically evaluating the scenery, just to see what's going on and what could potentially cause CPR. If there are any potential bystanders in the area, notify them, have them call 911. For an adult, what you want to do is before you perform the CPR, you want to go find help and call 911 before starting CPR on an adult victim, because it's more than likely a heart attack as opposed to a respiratory issue like it will be for a child as well as an infant. So you do that, then you'll check for breathing for the victim. So head to chest, head to mouth. Just checking for breathing responsiveness from the victim. Tap the victim. Be sure that they're unconscious before performing the CPR. So call 911 before beginning CPR on an adult victim. And so what you want to do is, when performing CPR on an adult victim, you'll start from the nipple line, and then you'll use the back of the palm and form a cuff right below the nipple line, and you'll start with 30 chest compressions before going into mouth to mouth. So 30 chest compressions first. So right below the nipple line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Chin lift, head tilt, 2 breaths. And begin again, 30 chest compressions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. 30 chest compressions, chin tilt, head, 2 rescue breaths. Alright, so that'll be the steps for adult CPR. So if it's a child, the steps are pretty similar, except it'll be one palm above, right below the nipple line. And since it'll be a child that's above the age of 1, it'll more than likely be a respiratory issue as opposed to a heart attack. So you won't need to contact 911 before beginning. You can just go straight into the CPR. So, palm under nipple line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. 2 rescue breaths. And again, remember, it's just one palm this time because you don't want to crush, since it's a small child, you don't want to crush the child's chest. So just one palm, other hand for control. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. 30 chest compressions, 2 rescue breaths. Alright, so those will be the steps for adult as well as child CPR. Pretty similar. Like I said, the only difference is, a difference in just the format in which you would do it. You would, if it's an adult, call 911 first, because more than likely a heart attack, get help on the way, then start CPR. If it's a child victim, don't start CPR first, get help, call 911. If it's a child, just go straight into the CPR. You don't have to get help. You don't have to call 911 before beginning because it's more than likely a respiratory issue. So, child, just start. Adult, call 911 first. Alright? So those are steps for adult and child CPR. Knowing CPR is extremely crucial in the case situations go awry, unexpected loss of consciousness. When no medical professionals are around, it's very important to know CPR because you as a civilian can preserve and maintain life. And buy time and get help while the victim needs immediate help. You can attend to them while other people are on their way. So it's extremely important to know CPR. It's a skill. It's extremely pointed to learn. And I'd advise, everyone take a class in CPR, and it's a skill that should be taught by everyone. So there you have it, adult and child CPR. And next we'll go into infant CPR. This scene, I'm going to show the execution of CPR for an infant. So first we'll start off by assessing the situation and looking at the environment to make sure everything's safe, and just take those necessary precautions before you perform the CPR. So you look around, view the environment, and then you check for responsiveness of the infant. Hey, are you okay? Are you okay? Then check for breathing. And if there are bystanders available, you would alert them to call 911. If there's no bystanders available, it's fine. You can go ahead and perform the CPR because for an infant, it won't be a heart attack. It'll be all respiratory problems. So you can go ahead and start performing the CPR. You start with 3 fingers, then remove 1, and then it'll be 30 compressions. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Then you make sure you're using the correct head chin lift techniques. And then when you're performing the CPR, since the face is very small, your mouth would cover their nose as well as their mouth. So chin lift, head lift. Up. One more. All right. You can also go ahead and repeat it one more time. For an infant, 1 should only be necessary, but you can do it a second time as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Well, one more time. Chin lift, head lift. Mouth cover nose and mouth. For correct breathing. And like I said, if it's an infant, it won't be a heart attack. It'll be a respiratory problem, so there's no need to contact 911 before performing the CPR. If there's bystanders available, you can go ahead and tell them to call 911. But if not, if you're alone, you just go ahead and start performing the CPR. CPR is important because it can be necessary in order to maintain life when there's no healthcare professionals around. So this is the infant segment, and I hope you enjoyed it. So for the next segment, we'll detail the steps necessary to perform the necessary steps to perform the procedures on a choking victim. First, you would start off by asking for consent for victims that are still conscious. If they're not conscious, it's implied consent for adult and child victims. For a child victim, if there's a parent or guardian nearby, you would ask them for consent, and they would more than likely oblige. But like I said, for an unconscious victim, it is implied consent for an unconscious adult victim. And what you would do, you would get in your stance, staggered stance. The victim would be in the middle. You would use the L format for your hands to perform the Heimlich maneuver. Locate your navel, and then make a fist. Then your other hand covering that fist, and then you perform thrusts to help dislodge the item from the victim's mouth and throat. So they'll be in the middle, L, navel, cover, then rolling thrust. And you perform this until the item is dislodged or they become unconscious. If they become unconscious, you would lay them down, perform CPR, and contact 911. Have a bystander contact 911, contact 911 and start performing CPR if they become unconscious. For a child, it's a bit different. So for a child, you perform the 5x5. For an infant, you perform the 5x5. It is implied consent for an infant. Then if they're choking, they're more likely to be kicking, screaming, turning red. So you know if they're choking. You turn them upside down, staggered stance as well. So like this, and then it'll be 5 back blows, hoping to dislodge the item that's inside their mouth. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Turn them around. Same, 2 fingers right below the nipple line. And as you're performing it, you'll look inside their mouths to check for the item that you're hoping to dislodge through the method. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If it hasn't been dislodged or if they're not unconscious, you would repeat the steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not dislodged yet. Turn around again. Chest compressions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If it's dislodged, they're good. If it's still there and they become unconscious, you sit them down and then perform the CPR as you're calling 911 as someone's calling 911 to receive help. But yeah, you'll know if they're still choking because the item won't be dislodged. So those are the steps to perform the Heimlich maneuver for infant as well as adult. Remember, staggered stance as well as the 5x5 for infants.